The object of this organization is to help in the great program of uplifting fallen humanity and to teach those things necessary to make our members better citizens. That's what we're supposed to be doing. So that's the purpose.
You're a citizen. You're a citizen before you're a member. So for you to be a member, you must be a citizen. So you must have a nationality just to be a member of this. You must have a nationality.
Can you read that part again?
Yeah. We organized as Moorish Temple of Science in the year 1925 and were legally incorporated as a civic organization under the laws of the state of Illinois, 1926. The name Moorish Temple of Science was changed to Moorish Science Temple, May 1928, in accordance with the legal requirements of the Secretary of the State of Illinois. The object of our organization is to help in the great program of uplifting fallen humanity and teach those things necessary to make our members better citizens. Now the reason why I wanted to read that was so that we have these dates right here. Right? So Moorish Holy Temple of Science, MHTS, Moorish Science Temple of America. Right? Now, when we go to the booklet, Sister Raj should have it back there, 101 questionnaire. When you go to the 101 questionnaire, question number 9, what year was the Moorish Science Temple of America founded? 1913. But Noble Dwali said Moorish Holy Temple of Science in 25 changed its name to Moorish Science Temple in 28. So how is one thing saying Moorish Science Temple 1913 and then something else is saying Moorish Holy Temple of Science? This doesn't even mention Moorish Holy Temple of Science. It doesn't even mention civic organization. It doesn't even mention certain things. So know that things that were laid out by Noble Drew Ali in this time, by the time we got it, it's been tampered with. It's been through so many different hands of Moors that claim that they're the authority, they're the ones that do, they're the ones that are supposed to whatever, they're the real whatever, they're the supreme this and that, whatever like that. That there's the only savior that you have is using your common sense with regard to his information. That you listen to Noble Drew Ali stuff and then you go hear what these guys are saying. Oh, you guys don't sound like what Noble Drew Ali wrote down. Because Noble Drew Ali put certain things on the record so that Moors wouldn't have to be dealing with the confusion. The whole point is to clear up the confusion so that when people, so as soon, like with Sister Energy, going into that temple, already having a certain mind frame already, so you're going in there just to see if, you know, they're down with whatever, because they're called whatever they're called. And you go in there, you ask certain questions, and you realize that they're not. Get out the way, and you go either connect with some other Moors that's doing some stuff, or you know, and it's not a thing of, you know, I mean, we use them as beat and stick or whatever like that, but you know, that's not, you know, practice for everybody. Oh yeah, those Moors are dirty, we go there, kick those guys' ass or whatever. Like, it's not. They already beat themselves up by not doing what they're supposed to do. They already drop balls, like balls all over the place that they drop. Talking about, yeah, we're the champions or whatever. You guys can't even catch what champion you're talking about. Right? So once the people's mind is seasoned with the truth, falsehood has no place. Falsehood would fall before falsehood says, yeah, I'm falsehood. Right? Because they're gonna let themselves know. They're gonna let you know that they're a fraud. No different than people who, when we got the thing with the package selling people. People want to sell this and sell that, and sell cards and sell papers and sell all these things. But when you sit down and question some of these people selling the stuff, they don't even know their own stuff that they're selling. They don't even know their own stuff. You ask them, well, your thing here says You know what I mean? The thing here says power. We exercise our power or whatever like that. No, Johnny said power is illusion. Why are you guys talking about power if that's an illusion? Oh, well, you know, in order to paperwork, and then they're going to justify their fraud. Which is what they always do. They justify the fact that they have this fraudulent position, that they've taken this fraudulent position under the guise of nobody's ever going to find out because, you know, killed Noble Drew Ali, we changed up information and all that stuff, and then we just sat back and just pretended like this wasn't whatever. But then, you know, you go back to Noble Drew Ali, and he said, well, yo, you know, you guys can do whatever you want, but new Moors are going to come, they're going to kick you guys in the back, and they're going to carry out what's supposed to be carried out. So now, new Moors are coming now. That's us. Moors who actually study, know their rights, know their astrological, well, they know. We're not in denial of the truth of the facts or whatever. We know what the facts are. Facts are honest, like law, change, whatever. We're not in denial. So when they start presenting certain things that we know that that's not legit, that's not right, now we have the position of being the authority now. They can't claim it now because of the stuff that they've been doing under the guise of being the authority when they're actually not the authority. Because just like in any quote unquote government, corporate, whatever, it's the people that run it. When everybody goes out here and they vote for Hillary, then it's the people why Hillary won. It's not her. The people made her win. But then the people relinquish their power to them to, well, you know, since we voted, you're going to do the job for us or whatever like that. And then they're not doing that for the people. And the people never say, hold on a second, I voted for you, but you're not doing what we said that you're supposed to do, because we're the ones that actually, you know, no different than jury. You know, there's no judge anywhere that's overturned a jury. No judge is stepping up and saying, oh no, sorry, we're not going with what the jury said, because the people is really what it's about.
I just wanted to make one point since you brought up Hillary. Pay attention, because all politicians do this. They have a certain set of lines and certain set of arguments and issues that they'll talk about to get on that ticket and to carry that ticket forward. But so often, the people who put them in those offices don't hold them to their word. So notice how she, you know, she got rid of Bernie Sanders or whatever, and now she's pivoting and she's using some of the same language, talking about the bankers and everything. But let's see, you know, if and when she gets in office, does she carry through on that? Right. And how do the people hold her to her word?
I have one comment on that.
Yeah,
too. This is important.
Sure you do.
Whatever Hillary Clinton does, and whatever any of those do, they are the president of Barack Obama is the president of the United States of America. He is not the president, all right, of the United States formed as far as what is representing for the American land. And see, that is the biggest thing and a big problem for us, because she and he, they're not your president. If you really read the Constitution, you would recognize that there are two presidents in there. One is the President of the United States, not United States as a landmass, but United States as a representation. In other words, your Moorish, your private. That is a representation, sort of like a interface arm for the private natural people, which is why you had the continental presidents, etc., like that. And in the Constitution, it clearly says President of the United States, President of the United States of America. Look at it again. So because we're quiet about our position, then they are operating as if, well, they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're the President of the United States of America. But there are temples, as Tuja was mentioning, that thinks you are a citizen of the United States of America. I think this is the most, it is very important for us to make the distinctions. Now, it is true, however, that those trustees, because those are trustees' positions, are to follow the law of the land. That is the truth, as it says in the Constitution. But we need to be clear that Barack Obama is not our president. doesn't mean that he's not who he is. And speaking of him, he has done just about everything he can for the Aboriginal people to wake up. You know, he signed the rights of indigenous people in. He talks constitutionally. What he does with them, we really don't care, because that is not the American land. It's not.
And just to camelback off of that, you said representative. We have a representative government in the sense that we pick people and they go do the job. But on the national side, we are who we pick, and we do the job.
Yeah.
Period. They're de facto, so they have to operate because they're trustees based on our orders, because we're the beneficiaries. But if we're not using the right words, we're not giving the right commands, there's nothing to follow through on.
Bingo.
So that's really the biggest issue, is getting our right words and putting those right words in the writs. Because commentators were caught up in looking to them and calling them officers when they're not officers, they're just enforcing policies. You know what I mean? You give them more authority than they really have at the end of the day. And then you end up getting put in whatever box they want to put you in based on the authority you gave them with your loose language.
Wow.
So that's why you got to use right words to tighten it up, close all those windows, close all those doors, so that it's your house again. It's very clear.
Now that was interesting and correct, because right words is what jurisdiction means. Juris means right and diction means word.
Yep.
Our problem is we haven't been in the right jurisdiction because we're not using the right words. So you so eloquently put that, and and in the writ, which anything you write is nothing but a brief that expresses your position regarding the matter, whatever the matter is. So you're so right when you say, I was hindered by a police officer from the so-and-so county. You just gave them authority that they do not have. You have to write that I was hindered and unlawfully detained by, you know, if you know who they are, say who they are. If you don't, they're an employee of a court, so-and-so, but
impersonating the officer.
That's the biggest thing you can do for is impersonating an officer and also impersonating an officer of the court. That kind of shakes them up a bit, because what happens when you try to go into those courts, which we're not supposed to be in, and we're going to figure out how not to. But what happens is when you write something and you let them all know, even the clerk that's
fact, no less.
Yeah, even the clerk that's trying to block you. Well, you know, it seems like so-and-so is impersonating an officer of the court. Trust me, it changes their position. Because you now made the employee that got hired, they don't know Jack or pretend they don't know Jack, because they hired them and trained them to tell you this, this, and this, and block you. You now let them know that they are personally liable, and then you refer to the case law that says an officer of the court, that's what they're pretending, has no immunity to the liability, but they are deemed to know the law. That's the case law. Then you kind of use that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
it's
get
not.
them for all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just want to add my 2 cents. My 2 cents is right. Abraham Lincoln, last home president.
Yeah.
The reason for the Pope Francis visit to the United States in 2015, he came after that letter he sent to Obama, instructing him and the agencies throughout corporate America. And that he really has no stand. He's just the president of corporate America. So while in office, Obama decided, we're going to handle all my business while I'm on the forefront, and let me go to my ancestors first. And they tried to approach his family. No, we don't deal with you, we don't. So they work like that. But in the end, Obama said, I'm king of America. And Barack was the first to recognize my country.
Hillary Clinton said that, 2012. Oh, Barack said it. All right. Okay.
And so that letter right there, along with Rex 84, it clearly shows us, you know, who's who and what's going to take place.